Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We are so excited to be hosting this conversation tonight. We are kicking things off to talk about Ageless, the Cellular Beauty Experience. I am Daphne. I'm one of the co-hosts here, and we're going to introduce ourselves as we kick off. But number one, we just wanted to thank you all for following along and being part of this conversation tonight. We're really excited to be talking about skincare. It is a topic that we all need to spend more time talking about because scientist here, that's my background. Our skin is the largest organ of our body, so it definitely affects our health and wellness, depending on how we're caring for our skin, what we're putting on our skin, etc. So I'm really excited about this conversation because I also learn so much from my fellow sisters about how they care for themselves. And so the purpose of tonight is to share tips, tricks, favorite products, and sort of the ins and outs of how to care for your skin. We got a sneak peek at Carla's before and afters there. So I mentioned that our skin is our largest organ, but the cool part about our skin is that it's constantly changing and regenerating. And so that's good news for us considering we're exposed to so many things that affect our skin and not in a great way. I'm thinking about like UV exposure, hormone changes, stress, toxins, just the aging process in general. And so that's what's prompted us to host this conversation tonight is that we all are affected by our skin. And depending on what stage you're at, you may be dealing with different issues. The fun part about this conversation tonight is you can see we've got Mary Grace, who's hugging her sweet little baby. We have Carla, who's in the retiree caregiving era, retired teacher. We've got me with my daughter Lorelai, who's age 10. So I'm in the busy mama phase of life. And so we are kind of coming to this conversation tonight from different perspectives, with a similar goal of how to take care of our skin well, how to keep it simple, and how to choose safe products. I think we're going to kick off, right, Carla? For anybody that's watching this right now live with us, feel free to use the chat button at the bottom if you want to ask questions. We're also going to do a question and answer at the end. If you're watching the replay, there should be some way for you to also record your questions or reach out to the person that sent this to you so that you can get the scoop. Our favorite thing is to have one-on-one conversations with people about how to take the mystery out of taking care of yourself. And so that's what this conversation is about. Right, Carla?
Yes, thank you so much for that very wonderful introduction. You always do such a great job.
I'm good at talking.
Yes. So, do you want to kick us off and talk about the first step to skincare?
Yeah, so Lorelai and I are going to kick off the first step, which is cleansing your skin. And I have to wear my scientist hat for 2 seconds because I have to tell you that I wasn't always good at cleansing my skin, particularly in like my teen college years, because I didn't understand the importance of it. And then as I got older, I started getting better about cleansing my skin, but I wasn't using products that were good for me. And what I mean by that is that I was using very harsh cleansers that would leave my skin like rough and irritated, etc. And so I know better now and have a skincare routine where I use Shaklee cleansers. But I just wanted to talk for 2 seconds about why it's so important. Throughout the day, you're putting things on your skin without even realizing it. So maybe you wear a lotion, a moisturizer on your face, maybe you wear makeup. Even if you didn't wear any of that, you're exposed to chemicals and toxins, and you're coming in contact with all sorts of different elements throughout the day. And pretty much the worst thing you can do is go to bed with that all still on your face. And so we highly recommend that you cleanse in the morning first thing and you cleanse at the end of the day because we're trying to give your skin the best chance to be in its optimal state. But in order to do that, we need to be able to clean it and give it that fresh slate. So Lorelai and I have been duking it out over who's got the better cleanser. Both of these are Shackley products. Mine is the Luminous Gel Oil Cleanser. And I have a couple notes in front of me because I thought this was so cool. I just love this and I recommend it. And I don't usually like share the sciencey details of it, but I love that it has an exfoliating algae complex in it. And you don't feel the scratchiness of like an old school exfoliator. It just feels like a really nice cleanser and it's soap free. So you're not going to get the irritation either. So it's a cleansing gel. It's got a moisturizing complex made out of avocado oil. And then it's got that exfoliating algae complex and it's got vitamins for your skin. So this is like true nourishment and it takes like the tiniest little bit. So this lasts forever.
Mhm.
Lorelai wanted to tell you why she likes this one.
This one is my personal absolute favorite, and I tried so many other facial cleansers before, and like every single day, I would just wake up, I would wash my face, and I would immediately break out, and it was just so horrible. And then I tried the Shackley cleanser, and it really just made my skin so much softer, and I had zero breakouts, and it made myself so amazing.
Wow, that's great.
So
What is the name of yours, Lorelai?
So hers, she was struggling with the word pomifera. So
Okay.
pomifera is the fruit that it's the oil of the fruit that it's made from. This is the Balance Facial Cleanser. It's super light. You love the packaging too.
I
She
do.
thinks it's cool for the packaging. I think it's cool because I'm a mom worried about hormone disruptors and again, science hat. I'm worried about how it's going to affect her skin long term. So the two of us are duking it out. But the nice part is we have two great options. Mary
That's
Grace and Carla, did I miss anything favorite about or tips or tricks about cleansers?
You nailed it. You nailed it. I would say we do have the Pomifera line, which is really good for people who've never done skincare, and it's a low cost entry level skincare, and it's great for younger skin, like the teens, the tweens, 20-year-olds. And then the Luminous Gel Oil Cleanser, the youth line, which we're going to talk mostly about, is for once you get your 30s. It's got a bunch of really good ingredients for anti-aging. And everything layers on top of each other. And you can mix and match the two lines, and I think all of us do.
Yes, we do.
All right, so I'm up next. So I get to share with you about step two, and that is to hydrate and revitalize. And how do we do that? We do that with our Youth Perfecting Skin Toner. And I'm a big fan of this because a lot of people skip this, and this is what I was taught is it's kind of like if you skip this, it's like when you wash your clothes but forget to do the rinse cycle. So this is really good. But what it's going to do is this has two purposes. It hydrates. It's got lots of good ingredients to hydrate the skin, and it lightly exfoliates. It's got that marine algae that Daphne was talking about earlier. And then I have a trick. I put this on like aftershave. So especially in the morning where my skin is pretty clean and I just put it in my hands and just slap it on my face and mm, just feels so good on my skin. And so you can also use it with cotton ball and remove the excess. All right. That's the skin toner. And as we get older, our estrogen declines and our needs for more hydration go up. And so that's why this is so important. Now, I'm going to talk to you about another part that I like to do in this step, which is our youth ageless wands. So I use both of these and I usually use them in the morning, especially the eye wand, because the eye wand you put under your eye and around, it's got 8 peptides. One of the peptides gives you instant results within like 15 minutes. You see less lines and wrinkles and it tones and tightens your skin. And the other part, there's caffeine in the eye wand to kind of reduce puffiness. And then the other peptides have the long-term effect. And I'm going to show you guys my before and after picture when I started using these. But before I do, I want to share with you our youth neck and face wand. And this I had, and if you look at any of my pictures from before we got these are called the 11s. And if you make that expression, which I do, these can get really, really deep. Well, these are so much softer now, and my forehead, that's where I mostly concentrate, and also my neck. That's where I've been putting it. Do y'all want to see a before and after picture? If you do, type yes in the comments if
You're
you
so
can.
brave. We have to see the before and after.
Ready? Okay. Here it comes. Let's see. Oh boy, technical issue, technical issue. It did not come over to the screen. All right, hold on. Now it's on a different one. Stop share. Let me try again. Hmm. Let's pray that. You know, you can practice, and there's always something. Hmm, 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 hmm. Okay, move you guys over here, move this over here,
You're
and we're
amazing, Carla.
back on track here. Still got the wrong picture. And now, where is it? Am I sharing? No.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay, now I am. Okay. You might have to move our little box of all of us around, but this is my before doing any skincare at all. It's you can see my skin's a little dry and my eyes are a little tired and the lines. And then after 2 weeks of using the wands and then doing this is I've done the cleanser, the toner, and the wands here, and you can already see. Look at the difference in my 11 there and my eyes. And then 4 weeks later, look at the difference in these lines. So does it work? Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right, Maria, I'm just going to mute you. We're recording. There we go. All right. So let's stop the share and we're going to move on to the next step, which
I think
is,
you I think you just reshared it, Carla.
okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
What I
Thank
love about those wands too is that they're so portable. So, I mean, they fit in if you're traveling, all of this, it just is so simple and easy.
you. Awesome. All right. And oh, is it me again? Or no, it's Mary Grace. Mary Grace, you're up.
I'm Grace. I'm a busy mom of two. As you can see, they're both one's hanging out on the sofa behind me and one's wrapped around me. I started paying closer attention to skincare during pregnancy and postpartum when my skin really shifted. So tonight I'm going to share these three products that I was taking to help support my skin. Yes. All right, I'll be right with you. So the first one is the vitamin C serum. In the morning, I use it right after I use the toner. It helps improve the look of uneven tone and dullness, and I apply it after cleansing, but before the moisturizer and SPF. And what I've noticed is that it really does brighten my skin, and especially when I'm sleep deprived. I can't tell you how many comments I get that I'm still getting a postpartum glow. So I do have to say I probably will have to attribute a lot to this one. And that's the one I use in the morning after. And then at night, after the toner, I will use this. We don't have that many left, as you can see, but I use the vitamin C and E. So it's just like a little gold pouch that you open it up, and when you tear it open, it's like a little lotion. It has vitamin C plus vitamin E. And it helps visibly reduce fine lines, uneven tone, and support collagen. So at nighttime is when your skin renews. So this is when my skin's like really repairing and reinforcing the next step. So I really think about this as the morning vitamin C, and then this one is the night. And then the last one that I use this as a moisturizer in the morning, and it's the Pomifero Rose. It's like this little oil. It has a little nice smell to it too. So if your skin feels dry or just not resilient, this one really helps as like a barrier, especially before I put on my makeup as well. A few drops can really lock in a lot of moisture. And also, just as like a mom tip, when my son had a scar, I use it as a moisturizer and put it on top of it just to give it that little extra healing effect. So those are my three products that I like to use in between um, cleansing, toning, and vanity. And I don't have a crying baby and toddlers all home. So yes.
You did great. You did great. That's what we love about this business is everybody can do it in the nooks and crannies of your life. And we love to support moms and grandmas. All right, how about a picture? So here's my story. I started using the vitamin C boost the daytime when I'd been using the nighttime one for many years, but this one came out and I started using it and I had this age spot that I had burned off through the dermatologist 3 times over the last 10, 12 years. And after 5 months of using this vitamin C boost serum, it is gone. So it's incredible. It's an amazing product. So I highly recommend it. Next, we're going to move on to step 4. So to review, we've cleansed, we've toned, and then we've done a treatment. And there's all different kinds of treatments that are personalized. We want to have you type in skin quiz in the comments if you would like to get the skin quiz so that you can get that personalized. What's the best program for you? All right, so step 4 is now to protect and restore our skin. But I want to share a few little facts. Did you know that we begin to lose 1% of collagen each year after we turn 40? Hmm. And UV accelerates this breakdown, so that exposure to the sun. So what we want to do is really protect our skin. So what I use is our Youth Age Defense Mineral Moisturizer with SPF of 30. And I've used this every day and I've never gotten sunburned on my face when I've put this on. So it's an incredible product. It's also got all our anti-aging in it as well. So it's a 5-in-1. That's what it says. So, and it's got our patented Vital Repair Plus, which is a muscadine grape extract is part of it, but it's full of antioxidants, vitamins, and nutrients for your skin. These are all plant-based products that we are sharing with you. So, and then at night, what I did, oh my gosh, I forgot to bring the night cream. Oh, does anybody have one? Okay, well, at night, I use there, it comes in two. You can get light or rich. Well, those of us that are older and we need more of that hydration, we use the rich night cream, and it is just fabulous. It just feels like, a glazed donut when you get done putting all this on. And I do like Mary Grace. I also like to add the rose oil right before that for a double moisturizer. So, for me, I'm in the caregiver season, like we talked about, and having this consistency and having something that I can do for myself in the morning and the evening really helps me to just, take care of myself during the day. And doing my skincare at night tells my body, okay, it's time to let it go and it's time to go to sleep. So, all right, next, Daphne, you and I are going to talk about the next step. So, we just shared with you a 4-step skincare routine. Isn't that simple? It's so simple to do. That's what we're doing on the outside. We're going to take just a minute and talk about what can we do from the inside out because we do believe that beautiful skin is a reflection of what's going on inside our body. So how we're nourishing our body. So Daphne, do you want to introduce one of the things that we do that helps us to create healthy skin?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we could spend several hours talking about the importance of what you put on your skin because it gets in your body, but vice versa, also what you consume will show if you're taking care of yourself. Your skin will be a tell. And what I mean by that is that if you're not eating particularly well, and Lorelai and I've had this conversation before, you might suffer from a breakout. because your body is signaling like it's out of balance. There's something not right. And so, as part of our skincare topic tonight, we just wanted to talk about how you nourish yourself on the inside. What you are taking into your body is also really important. I'll just kick off, Carla, and say that Life Shake is something that we use every day in our house. Life Shake is a protein supplement. It is 20 grams of protein in a serving. It is gluten-free, artificial junk-free, non-GMO, non-glycemic. Like it's not going to give you a sugar rush or a boost your sugar. It is delicious, and you can drink it in smoothies or make smoothie bowls or cook it in a mug muffin. Like there's all sorts of ways you can consume it. And it's an incredible foundation for your day. We always recommend you start the day with it, but I have been known to eat it for lunch and dinner as needed. And the reason that it is important is because protein is a building block of literally every cell of your body. You need it. And you also need clean protein. You need a protein that's safe, that is going to nourish you. And so Life Shake is like a non-negotiable in our house. It is every day the blender is out.
Very good. So Mary Grace, did you want to add something to that?
Yeah, I was gonna give a little mom tip. In the morning, my son starts off with a 10 gram scoop of chocolate shake in his milk, and he thinks it's just regular chocolate milk. So that's how he starts his day. And so when he asks for chocolate milk, I always make sure I had the little protein, so I know he's getting the nutrients, especially with toddlers being a picky eater sometimes. It makes me feel good to know that he has what he needs for
I
development.
love that.
And you also use the Life Shake through your pregnancy as well, right?
Oh yeah, every day,
Yeah, because it's
and
it's a
now postpartum too.
it's a healthy food for people with diabetes too, because it's certified non low glycemic. Now let's talk about the second product, and that is our Collagen 9. So I was telling you how we start losing collagen as we age. We also have a harder time assimilating our protein as we age. So our needs to have more protein go up. So what's unique about collagen 9, and you've probably heard of collagen supplements, but ours has all 9 amino acids. Most only have 8. I think ours is the only one with all 9, which means we get 10 grams of complete protein. So this is what we add to it. If we add it to our Life Shake, which is 20 grams, and we add our scoops of our collagen 9, we now have a 30-gram shake, and we can even get that up to 35 grams by using, whatever different kinds of milks or other products that you put in there. The thing I love about making a shake, or I've been doing oatmeal a lot on the cold days and adding a scoop of the protein and the collagen to it, is it's simple, it's easy, but it helps me stay full for about 4 to 5 hours. And that is just a win, right? And I don't have to think because it's such a routine now. I don't have to think about what's for breakfast. And so that is uh, how we do our steps. So I'm just going to review and recap, and then we're going to open up for Q&A at the end. So we talked about how our cell turnover, did we say that fact, Daphne? I can't remember,
I don't
about
think so.
the 20 to 30 days is when we're babies. Our cells turn over, our skin cells turn over about every 20 to 35 days. As we get older, it gets longer. And when you're about my age, it's like 90 days. And so what we're doing is we're with this youth skincare line, it is clinically proven to turn up that cellular renewal and turnover to get it right back to what it was. And I tell you guys, if you could be here right now and touch my skin, it feels like a baby's bottom. It really feels that soft because that's what this program does. Okay, let's go on. So we talked about cleansing. We talked about toning. We talked about doing our serums and our treatments and our boost. And then we talked about protecting with our moisturizer and our SPF. We talked about nourishing from the inside out. So now what I'm going to do is share another picture. So you saw that one.
Yes.
And I'm trying to make it turn. There we go. When I first started using the Collagen 9, I took a picture of my hair, skin, and nails at the beginning of my first 30 days, and then I took a picture 30 days later. Can you guys see the difference? Look how much my hair and nails grew, and look at my skin. It just looks better. And that was the only change that I made. So that's an example of how the collagen works. So now let's talk about if you wanted to get a full kit to get started, this is what I would recommend. I would recommend that you start with either the Daily Skin Starter Kit. That's our four-piece set. It's got your cleanser, your toner, and your moisturizers. And it is normally $222, and you can get it for $189. Now, the one I recommend that I believe is the best value and is going to get you the best results is the Youth Age Defy and Glow Bundle. It's everything that's in the four-piece starter kit plus that vitamin C boost, the one that changed that spot on the side of my face. And when you buy this collection, you get lots of freebies. You get a free youth restoring eye treatment, which is a $67 value. You also get free shipping and a free membership if you don't already have one. So it is a really good value. This month, and this is going to end on February 28, 2026. So if you're watching this after that date, this part is not available anymore. But if you spend $175 on your order, which I believe both of those collections would do that, you can pick one more youth product from these that I'm showing you on the screen for only $20. So you could get one of the ageless wands. The one that you see that looks kind of funny, the $74 one, that's a refill because our neck and face wand, you can do refills to kind of save for the environment, not having so much waste. And then one we did not talk about, the $104 value, is our Youth Activating Serum. It's a retinol product that actually you use at night, and it does accelerate that cell turnover. And I like to use that at night as well. So these are our offers, and we just want to recommend that you respond in one of three ways. One, if you have not taken our skin quiz, put a comment, skin quiz, and we will send you. It only takes 1 minute to answer the questions, and then it will spit out for you the recommendations, like which serums, which boost, which collection would be best for you based on your skin and your goals. No obligation to buy anything, but it's just good to know and good to have good recommendations. Next, you could message your ambassador directly and just let them know, hey, this was interesting to me. Here's what I'd like to know more about, or hey, I'm ready to order a kit, or I want to take the quiz. And then the third way you can participate is join our 5-day reset that's going on right now in our wellness community. And can someone pop that in the chat for me? The smartchoicescommunity.com. It's a Facebook group, and we will be wrapping up our 5-day skin reset with a little bit more detail about all the things we talked about here today. And we run every month, we run lots of good education about wellness. Whether you ever buy a product from us or not, you're going to get a lot of value in there that's going to help you to live a healthier life. Okay, so now we will open up for questions and answers, and I'm going to stop the live stream and the recordings.